to be like, the atheist. I hate all religion. I hate all religion, okay? I'm Bill Maher. Religion is stupid, and if you believe it, you're stupid. Except I love the theocratic ethno-state that is an apartheid on a good day and doing genocide on a bad day, because they're doing it to other religious posts. It looks like they edited to make you look scared. What? All right, I'm done. I'm done with the like unhinged shit that they're doing. You have a very unique experience. You were 24/7 being gang stalked. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. Club Random Podcast. My goat Bill Maher is at it again. From 2 days ago.
First time I ever went, I would not go to Israel. I was convinced if I stepped terra firma on Israel, I stepped off the plane onto the tarmac, a war would break out.
Why?
I don't know why. It's a tick.
That's more than a tick.
Yeah.
That's psychotic.
Yeah, well, thank you.
What? I mean, why you stepping off the plane?
No, not me.
Just bad timing?
Bad timing.
Well,
I wouldn't cause the war.
Oh, I see.
I would just be in the middle of
I thought they were like, the funds.
Hey,
it's on.
Henry's here.
Allahu Akbar, the funds.
Really?
This is the last straw.
Oh, my God.
The funds is in Israel. Now we have to get them into the sea.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about their prime minister? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Of course. You can talk about anything. Yeah. That's what I love about this.
I really think that he knows if, God forbid, he steps down or the war is over, he's in jail.
I mean, that's possible, and we hear that a lot. I mean, it's interesting.
I believe it to my core.
Yeah, well, you don't know what's, I mean, that could be the case. You don't know what's in a person's heart. Whether that's true or not, you can still be supportive of the decisions he's making, which I am.
Okay.
It's very naive, I think, that this could go any other way.
Right.
And any other country in the world would not be expected to act any differently. If you get attacked, you get to fight back. And the war doesn't end when you start fighting back, which they always want with Israel. You know,
Bill Maher presenting himself as a guy who's like anti all religion, only to actively commit himself to a fucking theocratic ethno-state is the funniest thing. Okay, this guy is supposed to be like, the atheist. I hate all religion. I hate all religion, okay? I'm Bill Maher. Religion is stupid, and if you believe it, you're stupid. Except I love the theocratic ethno-state that is an apartheid on a good day and doing genocide on a bad day, because they're doing it to other religious people that I hate a lot more. I'm Bill Maher. It's so funny.
Somebody,
you know what? A lot of what you're saying is true. However, I think that you know, there are parents, there are families that are hurting because the hostages are not.
Yes, and it's the job of a statesman and a leader and a prime minister to think long term and not just short term. Like, if they don't...
Yeah, that's what Benjamin Netanyahu's doing. He's thinking long-term final solution, not short-term final solution. Thanks, Bill Maher. Yeah. He definitely calls himself culturally Christian. Yeah, he is so... His dick riding of Israel is crazy, okay? It is crazy.
Eliminate Hamas.
They're not going to eliminate Hamas. Hamas is an idea, not a group of people.
That's a bullshit thing.
It's not.
What do you mean? That's literally. He's right. Listen to the Fonz, dipshit.
bullshit.
Well, let me tell you something. They've said that for years. I just read, I think, Sam Harris on this, and he said it right.
I know Sam.
Okay, great.
I like
love
Sam.
Great. I'm
Yeah.
glad we both do.
Yeah.
And he said this thing we've heard a lot of times: you can't kill an idea. He said, "Well, we did after World War II.
Until now.
We did kill a lot of."
What's really funny about Bill Maher, as far as I understand, is that like, and I didn't know this until later, okay? I never knew this about him, but I guess neither did he, ironically enough. Bill Maher's not Jewish. I never thought he was Jewish. I thought he was a Christian. I thought he was an Irish guy, okay? And then I found out that he was Jewish, but also that he didn't know he was Jewish either, for the record. He was raised Catholic until the age of 12 when he found out he was Jewish. He's raised Catholic. So like I always was like this motherfucker, this was my proof. Like, fucking Christian Zionists are so goddamn annoying. They just like hype up Israel way more than like American Jews do. Like they always fucking outflank. They always outflank American Jews on the issue. It's like a white guy telling a black person about fucking racism. You know what I mean? And yes, you can tell he was raised Catholic. Yes, he has a lot of like, I think, former Catholic attitudes, if that makes sense. Like he has, alcoholism to be one. He is so genteel. Like his vibes, his attitude, like it is so, like I was shocked when I found out. Okay? So he is a Zionist Christian, for the record, even though he's not a Christian.
Japanese, and that was unfortunate.
Right.
But I mean, if you do kill enough lunatics, and Japan was led by lunatics,
Right.
You know, died of the last person and a lot of.
It's like, first of all, before people go, I thought he was Jewish, that's disrespectful, okay, to the Jewish people, specifically American Jews. If he was Jewish, he'd be a little bit funnier, okay? There's no way. I mean, this is like marginally at the very least, okay? Like this man's level of humor, counterpoint Seinfeld, great example, okay? Jerry Seinfeld, very unfunny, except still like understands the capacity or the word structure of a joke, okay? While Seinfeld is a humorless hack for the most part, he still fundamentally understands what a joke is. Bill Maher has never understood that. His entire career revolves around being a condescending, smarmy, pervy, alcoholic, Catholic, former Catholic, atheist asshole.
Suicide bombing and all that. Very similar to what we see with radical Muslims.
Right.
Suicide bombing, cult of martyrdom.
Right.
Okay, so Japan became our good friend. So let's not pretend that you can't actually get to the root of this. It is difficult.
I'm not pretending.
No.
I truly believe that in this particular case,
you will not.
You don't think that all those people that are now homeless and their families are destroyed, you don't think that they are now
I think you have to make
Hamas
calculation.
again?
Of course, absolutely. That is going to
And
happen.
we got to kill him dead even harder. Thank you, Bill. Like Winkler's attitude here is just like not even born out of ideology, and it's just pure empathy. Okay. You don't have to be like a brilliant person. Not saying that Winkler isn't, right? But like you literally don't have to be the smartest, most well-read person to look at a situation like this and just be like, I think common sense in this circumstance implies that, like, if you fucking lock people into this area and bomb the fuck out of them, they're probably going to develop resentment towards you and want to fight their way out of that situation. Basic, super basic empathy. If anything, I mean, it's common sense, but if anything, it's actually ideology that oftentimes clouds that basic empathy. Ideology, on the other hand, is what is motivating Bill Maher in his refusal to acknowledge the humanity of Palestinians. Like, you don't have to be a scholar to look at a situation and be like, yeah, I feel like if you trap people into this situation, if you like back them into a corner and keep fucking killing them and humiliating them and destroying their lives, like, and you show them that there's no way out of it, right? Like, they're probably going to inevitably fight back like you can at the top of the hour because there's a 3-minute ad break. And the way that you can get out of that corner is by subscribing for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Just common sense. He's an Islamophobic, racy, smarmy, disgusting POS. Yeah. He is also the quintessential, like, bi-coastal elitist, smarmy liberal. He is so fucking annoying. I just, My buddy who's not very political has a correct view on Israel-Palestine. However, going off the undercurrent of anti-Semitism, he thinks we can't criticize Israel's actions because of them being a Jewish state and the Holocaust. Tell him, as a Jew, I give him permission to criticize Israel for their actions. It is wild, though, because, like, he went from saying that, like, it is, if we're looking at this, honestly, it is braver to, like, drive a fucking plane into the Twin Towers. He said this on national television. He said, right after 9/11, mind you, like, at a time when it was probably the least appropriate thing to say. Like, I would not have said it. Okay, come on, that's crazy. He said, you know what's not brave? Lobbing cruise missiles from thousands of miles away. That's not brave. You might not agree with it, but at least, but it is brave to ram a fucking plane into the Twin Towers. He said that. And that is what got him canceled. That actually got him canceled. For a year, he came back stronger than ever. Okay. Also, there's a 3-minute ad break now. But he did say that.
And you are also
So
recruiting.
you want to kill every human being?
No. Is that what I said?
No, but I think it is what you were leading to.
No, it is certainly not what I'm leading to. What I'm saying
If
is,
we kill enough of them, we're going to end Hamas.
I didn't say that either.
I think you.
I like to think that this is also true. He only said that 9/11 shit because it was annoying. Like, he thought, I will get a lot of people mad at me, and I love being annoying. Bro, they were still picking body parts out of the rubble when he said that shit, okay? It is a wild. I'm surprised he wasn't assassinated immediately after that, okay? Like,
no, I didn't. You said it.
You want to play it back?
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say
I
that.
did not say if you kill enough of them, the Hamas is over.
No, what I said was the idea that you can't kill an idea.
Oh, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I was objecting to.
Right.
And I was quoting Sam talking about the fact that after
World War II, we
II,
did not kill Nazism.
yeah, we did.
Except for
fucking owned, bitch. Shut up. Sit your bitch ass down. You just got schooled, okay? You got schooled. Winkler is 100% on the money. Shut your bitch ass up. Okay? An adult is talking. A knowledgeable adult is talking. The GOAT, the Fonz, okay? The Fonz is talking. Bill Maher said, yeah, we killed Nazism. Oh, really? Really? We did? That's crazy. Because if I recall correctly, if I know my American history, we definitely didn't do that. We exported a bunch of them, okay? We took a bunch of the scientists and we're like, yo, you guys are doing some sick work. Okay, we're gonna need to use this against the Russians inevitably. That's number one, Operation Paperclip. Number two, the Nazis, like the generals that were important members, like not even like the Hitler naysayers, okay, like straight up all the way until the end, pro Adolf Hitler generals became figureheads of NATO. Okay, we put them in charge of West Germany, and then we put them in charge of NATO. So no, not only did we not eradicate Nazism as an ideology, we literally were like, actually, this is a really fucking valuable tool that we can use against a much scarier problem, communism.
Like a moment. It's back almost in every country.
Back in a tiny fringe.
No, it's not a tiny fringe, dumbass. The reason why he thinks this is because he also has a lot of Hitlerian attitudes. Okay? That's the problem. Like, he literally, first of all, we objectively did not denazify Germany. That's like not a thing that happened, right? But beyond that, if you were to look at like modern day fascism and act like it is not playing a prominent role in Western politics, you have to be at least somewhat sympathetic to the fascism, okay? Because if you're not, and I certainly am not, I look around and I'm like, holy fuck, Adolf Hitler is so back, okay? Like, Donald Trump is running around being like, migrants are pests. Migrants are actually bringing in like diseases. They're eating your fucking cats. They're raping your daughters. That's just Hitler. Like that's you're directly paraphrasing Hitler at that point, okay? Which Donald Trump, I think, accidentally arrived at that, or at least was like just copy pasting what Stephen Miller was telling him, because I don't think he knows how to read, let alone read enough Hitler speeches to come up with immigrants are poisoning the blood of America, which is not even a paraphrasing of Adolf Hitler, is just Adolf Hitler. When Donald Trump said, immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, as an illiterate man who does not know how to read, I truly believe he either A, heard that from Stephen Miller, okay, and repeated it, or B, which is the funnier outcome, came up with it on his own. You know, when you come up with a good idea and you know, like, and then you find out that like it existed already and you're like, wow, parallel thinking. I think that might have happened here. It's funny because apparently Bill Maher himself, if you can't call Trump a fascist, I don't know what fascism is. Yo. Oh my God, he did this for January 6th. He was mad. He's such a he is literally the perfect lib. Okay? He is the perfect liberal, okay? The perfect liberal looks to like the anti-immigrant, anti-trans, like all these sentiments expressed towards marginalized communities and says, some of that is true. We need to listen to him. Okay. But fucking January 6th is the bridge too far for him. It's like, dude, the anti-trans stuff and the anti-migrant stuff is also directly Adolf Hitler. Okay. Like if it took...
I mean, if you expect perfection,
I don't expect perfection.
Well, then it's a silly argument.
I believe. Well, that's not true.
Well,
but I believe that we are going to experience another Kristallnacht, and could very well experience it here.
Well, there's a lot of anti-Semitism, and that comes from people like Hamas.
Yeah, I see.
So, I mean, again, when you...
Yeah, dude, Hamas is doing anti-Semitism in America. God, boomers are so stupid. Like, Are you a German liberal? Like, what do you mean? A lot of anti-Semitism exists in American society, and it's coming from Hamas. Dude, there are blood and soil fascist, Nazi, and neo-Nazi Trump supporters currently, when he was filming this, talking about how we have to purge the Haitians from Springfield, Ohio. And he's like, you know what's the likely outcome here? A Hamas insurrection that will inevitably end up, you know, causing a lot of anti-Semitic hatred. What are you saying? Like, it's not even, oh my God.
You think when you're a leader, you have to think long term.
Right.
If you don't know, they've prosecuted this war for 11 months as we're recording this in September
Right.
of 2024.
Like, bro, if there are literal neo-Nazi protests happening all around the country, okay? All around the country, all the time. And you got the president saying neo-Nazi shit, okay? And then you look to like they, them, non-binary, okay, septum-piercing having English majors, who many of them are also Jewish, protesting against the Israeli apartheid at fucking college campuses, and you go, that's the real anti-Semitism? You are such a freak. Like, you are so far removed from objective reality that I don't even know how we can have a normal conversation. Okay? Like, turn on Twitter and look to what people are saying on there for 3.5 seconds, and you will realize that, oh boy, anti-Semitism is popping right now. And no, it is not coming from the progressive anti-Israel and anti-Zionist protesters, okay? That is crazy. He has had Netanyahu on his show so many times. How are you surprised about this? No, I know how much of a dick rider for Israel he is.
So,
yeah, also all around the world, not even just like America, all around the fucking world. You got the AfD in Germany. You got literal fascists in Italy in power. You have Le Pen in France. You have the reform movement in the UK. Does this not even remotely tick the holy shit, this is fascism, it's happening box for you at all?
they're at the
You got
final
Modi. I forget Modi, of course.
stage. They're in the South. Yes, there are probably still, I don't know, 80, 90 hostages left.
Right. 100.
It's horrible to think of the situation they've been in, and if we can't get
So
them
in
out.
other words-
Again, if I could just finish.
Yes.
Yeah, Viktor Orban, Donald Trump's favorite. Viktor Orban, he loves me. Gert Wilders. Viktor Orban is crazy. The worst part of this process is like the supposed like historical counterbalance is also a fascist of a different flavor. Like, that's the other side of the story. It's like, it's not like Russia itself is like prosecuting a fucking liberatory struggle for the working class. Like, they're doing their own fucking imperial ambitions. They're engaging in their own irredentist actions as well. So like, there isn't even a fucking counterbalance to it. You look at Iran, okay, a regional actor, and Iran's own fucking principles, especially in its own domestic affairs, is also inherently fundamentalist and awful and autocratic. Like, there's nobody out there. There's just no one. There's no one. There's no one out there that's like, hey man, this shit is fucked up. There's no powerful force on the planet right now that is like, yo, a lot of this shit is fucked up. You say, please save me, Xi, but like, they're way too invested in their own thing, okay? They're not engaging in any kind of like actual anti-fascist or even anti-capitalist momentum either. Okay, what about NATO? Dog, what do you mean, what about NATO? What about NATO? America is the top dog in this business. Who do you think is like the #1 bad guy on the planet? NATO. Well, that's why I'm voting for Joe Biden, because he did NATO.
Let's go right ahead.
You have to think in terms of long-term and numbers. Like those 100 people, we wouldn't want anyone to die, but what if we let Hamas off the hook and then it gets worse and 10,000 die? That's how.
10,000.
Well, in the future. In other words, if they are able to stage.
Dude, this is awesome. Like, it's not even. This is awesome. He's just like saying, okay, what about like, what if every Jewish person is ethnically cleansed? That's why Israel has to continue its genocide. Is an insane argument to make. It is also exactly the same argument Hitler made, okay, about the Jews. He's like, if we don't ethnically cleanse all the Jews, they're going to ethnically cleanse us. Is also the same insane shit that Hitler said, okay? Holy fuck. It's crazy. If you want Hamas to perish in prominence and in influence, okay, then you have to eliminate the apartheid. That's it. If the apartheid goes away, then there is no resistance to the apartheid. This is a reality that not only Henry Winkler, but also fucking Yoav Gallant and Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari and many other Israeli military generals also recognize, not the apartheid part, but at least that like Hamas is not a fucking, like, Hamas is not just a group of people that are like, I'm a card-carrying member of Hamas. Like, it is simply the idea born out of the principle that human beings do not want to be fucking subjugated to and humiliated and killed endlessly and ceaselessly. That's why they say you can't militarily find a solution to Hamas. That's why they say that. The only military solution to Hamas would be full-blown ethnic cleansing. That's it. Okay?
More attacks.
I see. 10,000 more Israelis.
You've gone this far for 11 months. Mm-hmm. And my question to people who have this argument is always, do you know what's going on really underneath Gaza in all the tunnels and how close they are?
I do not know.
I don't either. But you know who does know? The Israeli Defense Force. Now.
Oh, yeah. No, they're the position of authority. They know better. Of course, typical fucking liberal Democrat shit. Oh, Kamala Harris cannot possibly have bad instincts. They just know better. That's why they're moving in a certain direction. Liberals love thinking that they are intellectually superior to like MAGA people, right? And in some respects, like their empathy on a lot of issues, as long as the Democratic Party is not positioning themselves against said issues, is on the right side of history. Okay? But they have the exact same fundamental, almost Mormon style, like attitude towards positions of authority that like the fucking MAGA people have, which is, oh, well, they must know better. They must know better. They know, they're the adults. They know better. I trust them. Israel has bombed the children's playground in Gaza, then took a photo of a sewerage cesspit to claim it's a Hamas tunnel. Look at this photo and compare it to the photos in the post below. They are the same thing. They're admitting to literal heinous war crimes. Yeah. Many Gazan families living in areas that lack infrastructure resort to digging wells several meters deep into the ground to drain wastewater, an old method that was widespread throughout the Gaza Strip in the past. It's a well. Wasn't Bill Maher like anti-Iraq war? Am I crazy? Am I misremembering that? Maybe.
Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But again, they're not the ones purposely killing civilians. They try not to kill civilians. If you can't understand
Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a fucking idiot.
that difference morally, then you're very morally confused.
Are you watching the same footage I'm watching?
You think they are trying to kill civilians?
I think that it is indiscriminate.
That's what war is.
Okay.
War becomes that. There is no war you can name that didn't. Sherman burned Atlanta to the ground, and it wasn't just the military people he was killing. It's a shame, but again, there's a very simple solution to this. Stop attacking Israel.
Right.
Jews used to know this.
Right. Okay.
Still love you.
I love you.
Okay.
I have
I'm
no
glad we can
judgment
talk.
about your